Good afternoon. This is something I've been meaning to get to now for the last week, and I'm finally going to get to it today while I have a little bit of time. Now, I went through everything that I've done with my generator shed. The generator's in there, and last week I showed you how I hooked up the natural gas line and also the 50 amp feed into the house. Now today I'm going to do a full test on that. And one of the things I'm assuming I have to do is I've got this disconnect switch for my solar system here. So I don't want to take any chances of feeding that generator power up to the solar panels. So I am going to shut down the solar system by throwing this switch. Right now that solar system is off. And I'm assuming that's what you have to do, but again, I'm not really sure. Now as far as starting up the generator goes, should be a fairly straightforward and easy process. The first thing you have to do is we have to get in here. We have to prime. Well, first we have to do is turn on the natural gas, right? That would be helpful. So that is right here. And now the natural gas is on. That would have been rather embarrassing. So now on the generator, there's a natural gas manifold here. So we have to prime that. So there's a little button in here that I'm going to hold down. I usually hold it down for a couple of seconds. And sometimes now I can start to smell the natural gas. So at that point, I'm going to start up the generator. Now the generator is running. And it's giving us the power we need. Now we're going to head down into the house with the generator running, and we're going to shut the power off in the house. We're going to throw the automatic transfer switch over, not the automatic, but we're going to throw the transfer generator interlock switch over, and then we're going to energize the 50 amp circuit, which is going to power my 200 amp panel in the basement. So just take a little bit of a walk in here to my garage, into the house. Hopefully this test is going to work fine, because I've been kind of working my way towards getting to this step for a little while. For a little while now. All right. Don't mind my messy basement. Okay, now we're in my back room. I'm gonna extend this up a little bit. I don't know if you can hear the generator out there running or not, but this is the panel. Okay, so I'm gonna shut the main off, which will cut the power to the house. I'll slide up this switch and I'll engage the 50 amp circuit that's supposedly going to feed this panel. So fingers crossed. Here we go. It might get dark in here, but then the lights will come back on once I flip the switch over. All right, the house is off. 50 amp switch is on, and the power's back on. It's as easy as that. I didn't realize it was going to be that easy. So for those that are watching, The generator is now powering the house. All right. So obviously that test is a success. Boiler is on, still on, no problem. Obviously it went off for a second when I threw the main, but no issues there. So that was fairly easy. And actually with the 50 amp circuit, the whole panel is actually running. And that'll only overload itself as things come on, but I'm not going to have anything crazy on, you know, like air conditioning or high amp circuits. So again, that's my demonstration of cutting over to the generator. As you can see, the interlock switch worked flawlessly. Right, I cannot turn that on now without shutting the generator feed off. So I'm gonna shut the generator feed off. The house will go dark, and I will engage the 200 amp main, and the lights will come back on. So here we go. And there we are. Okay, that's a success. So I'll take it back outside and we'll shut the generator off. But let's first stop by the window where the generator is and see what the temperature inside the generator enclosure is. Now right now outside, 39 degrees. Has to be 49 degrees inside the panel, inside the generator shed. So that test was very much of a success. Now all my lights in the house are on because the bulbs are controlled by Apple HomeKit. And when there's a power outage, by default the lights come back on. And the reason for that is because it doesn't know really by the day or night what time the lights will go off. So I guess it's better to have them on than off after an outage. Now the air coming out of here just feels slightly warm, and that's it. So we're going to shut the way you shut the generator off. Is to just shut the natural gas off. And as soon as I cut that natural gas, this thing is going to drop like immediately. Watch. And that's it. So I'll go over here and I'll put the solar system back on. Solar system is back on. Everything is running the way it's supposed to. I got that crazy gizmo of a camera there that I use to look at my electric meter to make sure that it's going backwards, which it is. So if you happen to like this video, or some of the things I end up doing, do DIY projects or kind of show different things. So if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. And other than that, I wish you all have a great day. Bye-bye.